I'm going to show you guys a brand new borrowing and lending protocol called Surf. It's built on the Cardano blockchain and it's very easy to use. All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can earn some extra interest off your various digital assets, such as ADA, SNEC, or even a stablecoin like USDA or USDM by using this particular protocol, and it's called Surf. It's a borrowing and lending protocol built on the Cardano blockchain, and it's really, really easy to use. If you're staking your ADA at the moment, you can stake it and earn anywhere between 2.5 and 3% return on staked ADA. And that's kind of low for a lot of people. It's been diminishing over the years, but using a platform like Surf uses smart contracts and allows you to earn that little bit extra APY, extra interest there, because you're lending it out to different users in the ecosystem to use it in other DeFi plays, in governance, and all sorts of different mechanisms out there. So let's get into it. So this is the platform here, surflending.org. You can get to it in the show notes down below. I also have an interview with one of the founding members, Phil, and you can find that in the links down below as well. Now, this is the platform, and it gives you a really good overview of what it can do. And there's a lot of brand new features coming out really soon as well. But let's get into the borrowing and lending side of things. Go to the website and then click on Launch App. And from here, this is the more detailed view of the application itself, or the actual pools, the lending pools that you can actually interact with. You can see the pools here. This first one here is ADA and SNEC, so the two assets in that particular pool. And it gives you an indication of the supply APY and the borrowing APY. So these are the interest rates for supplying assets and borrowing assets from this particular pool. Now, I do have some assets in my wallet at the moment. I do have some ADA and USDA. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can supply some USDA to this pool and earn a little bit of interest off here. So here you can see it's 7.95% for supplying assets to this pool. So I'm going to go ahead and click on supply. I'm going to type in the amount of USDA that I want to supply into this pool. And as this is just an example, I'm just going to put in 20 USDA. You can see my balance here. I have 849. I can click on 50 cent or max. But like I said, in this case, I'm just going to use 20. So I'm going to click on now supply USDA. Now I'm already connected to the website using my Lace wallet, and you can't see this one at the moment because it doesn't pop up on my recording screen, but it is the transaction for this one here. And I'll just give you a quick description. There is a 2.5 ADA fee, which is used for the smart contracts and sending of the assets. And then that 20 USDA that is being used to be placed into this particular pool. So I'm just going to confirm this transaction and type in my sending password. And that is all done. There we go. Supply successful. So that's pretty quick and easy on using that part of the platform. Now, on the flip side, I can actually borrow from this particular pool as well. So to do that, I can click on borrow. And here I can see the amount of collateral that I can put into this particular loan. And in this case, I'm using ADA. And I'll put in a balance of 30 ADA for this particular loan. And here you can see I can now slide this bar up and set an amount of USDA that I can borrow from this particular loan, based on how much collateral I have put in. So here you can see it's sliding up. I can do a maximum of just under 14 USDA, so 13.9 USDA, and it has a health factor ratio here of 1.2. And you can see the color indicator here. It's starting to get more on the risky side. So if the price of ADA moves too much, this particular loan could possibly get liquidated. So a healthier ratio here would be to be a little bit more conservative. And with that 30 amount of ADA, I can borrow a little bit less, maybe 5 USDA. And you can see the health factor here being quite nice. So if the price of ADA does drop quite dramatically, like we have seen in the markets recently, this loan would more likely not get liquidated in this particular position. So that's a nice visual interface here to let you know how healthy this particular loan could be based on how much you're borrowing with the amount of collateral that you're providing for the loan. Now, the other really interesting feature that they have here is the leveraging of loans. So this is the idea of borrowing a particular asset, selling it for USDA, and then using those profits to then borrow more assets from the platform and then continuously looping that through. Now, some of you may think that's a little bit crazy, but there are a lot of people that do this kind of thing. And to have it on the platform here on Cardano just makes it a little bit easier with less transactions that are needed for people that want to do this type of borrowing and lending. So I can click on the leverage button here, enter in the amount of collateral. This time I'm going to click on max. And you can see the amount of leverage, how many times I can do this over and over. And it is 1 point. So it's not a huge amount here for the amount of ADA that I have, but it'll also give you all the data here on the health factor, the borrowing interest rate, the estimate collateral, the borrowing amount, etc., etc. So you have all the details there to go along on ADA based on the amount of collateral that you want to put in. So it's a really cool and easy platform to use. I do recommend testing it out and playing around with smaller amounts so you have a better understanding of how the platform works and when the market moves, what you need to do in regards to managing your loans, whether you're borrowing or supplying assets onto the platform itself. Now, like I said, I do have that interview with Phil. Do check it out. Links down below or in the top right-hand corner there where you can find out more information and learn about the platform, exactly how it all works and how it all operates. Now, I'm not paid by the project itself. They do have a token. I don't own any of those tokens either. So please do your own research, do deep analysis of the project and play around with it to get a really good understanding of how it all works. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode.